The next things that we're going to do, let's see. You could do the standing. Let's stand up. Can you still see my feet if I stand?
Yes.
Okay. So now that we're standing, we can practice the lifting the toes to get the ball of the foot and the heel connected firm, lifting the muscular arch. Do you feel that? Look down and see that the feet are parallel to one another. The knees are also facing in the same alignment. And then once you've lifted the toes up, you feel the ball of the foot, you feel the arch support. Then try to keep that arch support while you let the toes come down. If you notice you're clawing your toes, then go up again. And then try to press the ball of the foot. Remembering the ball of the foot is the place where if you were to come up balancing, that's the ball of your foot. And then relax the toes down. Feel as if the ball of the foot is pulling, not the toes clawing, but the ball of the foot is pulling. You'll see it. Can you see that on the camera there, Georgie? That pulling of the ball of the foot. And you'll see the muscles turn on.
Yeah. So it's pulling in.
I'm like dragging.
Yeah, dragging in toward the,
towards the heel. And breathe, because we're going to go. So I want you to breathe. Then there's a, the feet are getting tired, right? Yes, this is very common, but so do a little bit, take rest when you need to. So now here, let's practice as we're standing, the muscular arch, and then we can do the same thing. When we're ready, then we do toes, waving, and down, and hello, and then down, you know, little by little, it'll happen. Do the supported one first. And then we can even do the inversion and eversion. It's harder for us to really overwork the legs, although we'll try to do it. Yeah? And we can do plantar flexion and, get ready, dorsiflexion, hold on to something. Yeah. But we can do calf raises and things, you know. We could bend the knees a little bit and lift the toes and do things. We could go like this, bent knees. Ooh. Soleus. There's a lot of work happening. And now we're going to try to get the best shot for these next ones. These have been known to torment and torture. So let's see, Georgie, what the shot's going to look like. I'll try to give a side profile. We're going to come down and we're going to sit. Yes? Maybe? Do I need to move forward?
No, you're good.
Okay. So we're going to think. Some of us with knee issues may need some support with a blanket underneath the bottom, but let's just see what happens. Plantar flex the ankle. That's point the toes, kind of. Sitting back, making sure that the feet are not, let me turn around, that the heels are not doing this. Do you see that? Stretch the legs as straight. Are we okay with a shot? Okay. Okay. So, here comes a cramp. So go slow. This is great. We're going to use body weight to slowly sit back. How's it going, Georgie?
Looks good.
We're going to sit back. Now, some of us may not be ready for this much. And we're going to sit, and if we can, we're going to sit on those feet. Many of us will feel a lot of intensity or cramping here in the foot, maybe. It's like, yeah, or we're going to feel stretch here. If you can, on tatami mats or on carpeted surfaces or on a blanket, try to breathe and feel the weight, toes stretching out and everything all nice back there. If you're having difficulty, let's see, can I borrow your blanket, please?
Sure.
Thank you. If you notice that this bothers your knees a lot, take a blanket. Georgie, can you see the blanket?
Yes.
And take the blanket and put it underneath, and then the knees might tolerate this while you're trying to stretch. Now, if you notice, Georgie, can you see right here? If you notice that, oh my gosh, my knees are fine, but oh my goodness, this is really painful, then take a small blanket or a towel. I'm going to roll up the end of this blanket, and I'm going to place it underneath my ankle. Does everybody see that, Georgie? You're good? And I'm going to put it underneath there, and then I'm going to sit back. And it'll help me to gradually begin the process without as much suffering. How's that? Let's not suffer too much. Just a little bit. Now you have entered the realm of Nidya's yoga therapy. Nidya's yoga instruction should never hurt. Yoga should never hurt. Nidya's yoga therapy sometimes for some of us will be slightly uncomfortable. You should be able to keep breathing and you shouldn't be there for a long time. If you are doing yoga therapy with us here, that means that you and I, or you and your teacher who's in your class, knows exactly, and we all know, that you are doing this on purpose, and there's a reason behind the discomfort. We're not just telling you to force it, force it, force it. So you and your teacher, or you and I, would know exactly that you're doing that on purpose. Am I clear? Mm-hmm. Yoga should never hurt. Yoga therapy, different story. This which falls under the category of uncomfortable yoga therapy, usually. Now, here's the next one. We come up. Here's some fun. This is going to be fun for me with this one toe that's uncomfortable. I've been working on this. We come up onto the ball of the feet, stretching the toes nicely. Then we decide, now this is where the blocks come in handy. Putting them underneath my knees, I can sit on the ball of my feet, imagining that I'm wearing stilettos, like the woman on the show, Sex and the City. And there I am. And I am on my high heels. And I'm feeling, woo, some of you will feel a great stretch here. Gradually, some of you will put a lower block, lower, and gradually you might even come all the way down. The ball of the foot should stay on the mat. Does that make sense? Sometimes this happens. The ball of the foot has left. This is how we use the block. And we'll be there. This is a great way in between the Spurs games at commercial time. Come to this position, breathe, breathe, breathe. Next commercial, then I will go like this. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Next commercial, then I'll alternate. Questions about that? This is not as comfortable. I'm sorry that I'm facing my back to you, but I think we've got a good shot. Yes, Georgie? Now, after that, you can actually, on purpose, give more intense toe-foot extensor stretch by taking your fingers and bringing them back, maybe both of them, or not. And I'm pressing through the joint and stretching. Can you see that pretty close? Georgie, how's it going? And stretching my toes, kind of coming up. Does that make sense?
So the stretch should be felt on the front of the
Yes. Mm-hmm. Woo, hello. And then, do we have another? Oh, and or you could take a small towel, and I'll just imagine that this is a small towel. And I will fold it and place it underneath the top of the feet and then sit down. Do you see what happened there? And it causes me to kind of fall into that.
Yeah.
All right. And then lastly, if I'm feeling very adventurous, I can then practice a wonderful, and we'll see the feet probably in this shot, the downward facing dog. And then I'm stretching and moving and breathing and holding. And I can lift my toes. This is the fun part. Lifting my toes in the downward facing dog. Woo! Imagining feeling the heels moving down towards the mat. Breathe. And then relaxing the toes, but keeping that awareness, ball of the foot, can you lift the muscular arch? That's what happened when you lifted those toes. And then release. And then you can go back and kind of massage them and think happy thoughts. Oh, thank you, thank you. And that's it. We can say namaste with our little feet. Yay. Thank you. We're good. Bing.